Another day, another story. Once an entrepreneur has identified an opportunity and thoroughly examined the market, they should develop a specific product to bring their idea to fruition. Coming up with a new idea can happen randomly, but turning that idea into a successful opportunity requires a more intentional process. Ideas need to be examined and evaluated to see if they have potential in the market. This requires skills, knowledge, creativity, and market understanding. If these factors are applied strategically, a new venture can become successful. 1. Product identification. An entrepreneur needs to identify a product or service to sell based on their idea. Researching whether the product already exists in the market and identifying a unique value proposition is important for success. For instance, a new type of phone case that is also a portable charger. 2. Application and use. Before developing an idea, it's important to consider its practical use and application. If a similar product already exists in the market, modifications may be made to improve upon it. For example, if an entrepreneur wants to create a new type of backpack, they should research the practical uses of backpacks and analyze what improvements or unique features they can add to make their product stand out in the market. 3. Level of operation. When identifying a product or service, it's important to determine the level of operation required based on its intended use. This can range from a cottage industry or small-scale industry to a large-scale industry. For example, if an entrepreneur identifies a need for handmade soaps, they may decide to start a cottage industry by producing the soaps in small batches at home and selling them locally. Alternatively, if there is a high demand for the soaps, the entrepreneur may need to scale up operations to a small or large-scale industry to meet the demand. 4. Cost. When developing a product, it's important to consider its per-unit cost at different levels of operation and compare it with similar competitive products. Answering these questions will help determine the sale price of the product. For example, if an entrepreneur is planning to manufacture a new type of backpack, he has to determine the per-unit cost of production, including materials, labor, and equipment. This cost should then be compared to competitors' prices to determine a competitive sale price and ensure the product remains profitable. 5. Competition. To prepare for market competition, it's important to conduct a study of demand and supply trends for a product or service. This assessment will help entrepreneurs understand the competition they may face in the market. For example, before starting a new restaurant, entrepreneurs must research the local market to identify competitors and assess the demand for different types of cuisine in the area. This information helps them develop a unique value proposition that sets their restaurant apart and attracts customers. 6. Technical complexity. The technology required to produce the product is important. It's also important to know if the people who will be using the technology will be trained locally or if they will need support from other places. Further, the entrepreneur should consider where the plant and machinery for the technology will come from. 7. Annual turnover and profit margin. Entrepreneurs should also consider the potential annual turnover and profit margin of their ideas. This can help them determine the market share of their product or service. Market assessment. Market assessment is a comprehensive analysis of a company's competitors, consumers, and other industry stakeholders. It provides details on market opportunities, growth potential, and market trends. 1. Demand. The demand assessment is a study of the target groups of consumers, their preferences, tastes, and other related variables. It will be based on the size of the market being targeted, that is, local markets, market at state level or national, international market. 2. Supply and nature of competition. When assessing the market, entrepreneurs also study the supply position. This means they look at the complete picture of quantities of the product made available in the market by all the existing players. They also take into account future supplies from possible entrants in the field. For instance, when Apple introduced the iPhone X, Samsung responded by launching the Galaxy S9 with improved features to compete with Apple's latest product. 3. Cost and price of the product. It is important to determine the cost and price of a product and compare it to competitors in the market. It's even more important to consider not only the production cost but also the costs incurred during transportation, storage, and potential wastage. By analyzing the cost variables of competitors, such as delays in transportation and storage expenses, You can identify potential cost advantages. For instance, Walmart has been able to dominate the retail industry by keeping their prices lower than their competitors. They achieve this by leveraging their massive supply chain, data analytics, and logistics capabilities to optimize their costs. 4. Project innovation and change. To ensure project success, it is crucial to conduct an analysis of current innovations and changes implemented by established entrepreneurs. Analyzing product cost, pricing, and technology can give businesses a competitive edge. For example, Amazon's use of technology has also allowed them to innovate with new products like Amazon Echo and Alexa, giving them an advantage over their competitors. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe.